The college basketball experience bombs down under episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN. You get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. And we're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. 15% off everything. Don't worry, we're not closing down. Look, with the promo code playoffs, get on over there. All right. Got some nice college basketball experience t-shirts, little man in the box, pick Dundee t-shirts, all available over there. 15% off with the promo code playoffs. Until next time, folks, remember to let it ride.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience. Bombs down under episode. We have got a lot to talk about as the Tuesday college basketball slate is fire. Yeah, this camera's
just caught a shot of me right here.
Fucking up close. YouTube.com/the college experience.
Give us a heads up. Why are we so? We're right in your
Real
room.
Money Kramer's getting intense. He's moving cameras really fucking close to us, and we have a fire Tuesday college basketball slate, a little Monday night action as well. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Dad Debate's Dad, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, tailless pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
I mean, we got flops. That's the first ever court storming flop.
Lady flop.
Yeah. Has there ever been a court storming flop?
That's a good question, right?
You know, I know I've seen it on like a Black Friday situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've seen it. Reminded me of one of my uncles doing a flop on some black ice in front of a store, trying to get a quick little lawsuit.
Change,
yeah, absolutely.
a little change here and there.
A little slipping Jimmy, if you know what I mean.
I get it.
That's why I know you came down hard on Caitlin for. She was down there for 15 minutes.
Yeah, fucking. She got the police checking on her. God forbid.
Hey, I'm saying.
Yeah, trying to get some money out of Columbus, Ohio.
Smart.
You know what I mean?
Stay down, Caitlin. Lawyers, here's a neck brace. Why don't you put this on? You know,
you got all these fucking people out there saying, "Oh, you can't have court storming." No, it should happen. Yeah. What are we gonna do next? We're gonna have no dance floors left in America.
I want court storming. But I also want crowd storming, like Pitt Duke.
Yes.
They got up on a table
like
and then double finger it down.
Yes.
Yeah, let the players go right at them.
It is fantastic for the sport. Don't listen to these bozos. If I got to listen to fucking Dan Wolken again one more fucking time about anything, safety wise. Anyway, I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. This is part of the C Block here. They call him the man in the box. He's also got a new nickname that I can't remember. La Ladder Daddy, is it?
Laddie Daddy.
Fuck. Give it up for the bet detective, CJ Sullivan. How you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. I know I can't play the man in the box music or they'll come after that. How come they only come after you?
Yeah. I don't know. I always wonder about that. Does that mean that I'm successful or does that mean that I'm just stupid? You know what I mean?
Right. It can be either one.
But buddy, you were just in Vegas for 4 or 5 days, right?
Way too long.
Yes. I want stories. I want details on all those college basketball games we talked about.
Yep. Took them all in. I went Friday afternoon with Sean and Kramer.
Yes.
We did
VEASAN show every Friday night.
Did a VEASAN show Friday night. Did the SGPN prop show from the Wynn Studios, the beautiful studios over there at the Wynn.
Yes.
We took the same flight. I was a couple rows behind them.
They didn't let you get up. They're showing.
Well, we both had AC. We both had nice AC. Not the
Mhm.
premium like they do. You know what I mean? I'm a good old. I'm just business select. $15 for the business select.
Woo.
You still get 8th 1 through 60. But they're like, yeah, come sit with us. I'm not, I don't pay $15 to sit in the fucking middle seat. I'll be a couple rows back. We can talk when we land.
Did they give you that option, or is that something you figured out?
They gave me
Okay.
it was both. They gave me the option. You can sit in a row. I'm like, we don't need to be fucking shoulder to shoulder here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this fucking plane row. So I sat a couple rows behind, and there was this douchebag in his jumpsuit and he had his wife and girlfriend or something, and he always got his chair cocked all the way back. He's on a 45-minute flight to Vegas, you know. He orders white wines for the ladies and himself, whatever. White wines.
Yeah.
Flight attendant comes by with a tray and a napkin floats off. He jumps to go get the napkin, which startles her, which gets the bottles moving. Then he grabs one of the bottles off the tray.
Shit's everywhere.
Shit's everywhere. I get soaked. My pants, my shirt, my book on how to cheat on roulette. That
you got
gets
Pinot
soaked.
Grigio all over your ass.
Pinot Grigio, and she goes to him, sir, you never grab from a server's tray. We balance this shit out because they haven't balanced out.
What airline is this?
It was Southwest.
Oh, Southwest. Okay. So,
and I said to her too, because she got me napkins here. Sorry, sir. I'm like, it wasn't your fault. We both eye rolled to fucking.
They wipe off a little bit for you. They give you some extra snacks or something. What happened?
No, just paper towels.
Any angles?
She
Just
whipped
paper
those
towels.
things out because she was pissed. Because this guy's like, I went to grab and you dropping a napkin. She's like, it was just a napkin. Who gives a shit? Let it go. You don't ever grab a waitress's tray. They have that shit balanced like a chemist. You know what I mean?
It's true,
You can't
especially on a fucking airplane.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You never take it off their tray.
I agree.
Ever.
Here. So it's a big time rule. So Green and Kramer though were let down that you didn't want to sit next to them.
They were up front. They didn't care. They were flying a plane. They were up front. Kramer was kicking out old men. Kramer kicked out an old man who didn't understand the Southwest seating system. He thought.
Right. Yeah. Southwest is when you just board. Right?
Southwest is just free for all. It's like the Oklahoma land claim. You just get any seat you want. But
I forgot about that.
But you line up beforehand, A1 through 30, 331 through 60, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
And this old man had like A14 or whatever the hell it was, and that was the seat number that Kramer was in. He's like, "This is my seat." Kramer's like, "Nah, that's not how this goes." And it's all your seats. It's all our seats.
I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of the way they do their seating arrangements there at Southwest.
I don't like anything that's led up to the people. Don't let the fucking people determine this shit.
Come on.
And this old guy said something to Kramer, goes, "All right, I'll go find another seat, but if it's wrong, I'm coming back and you're gonna have hell to pay." That was a good way to start off our Vegas
trip. Touchdown in Vegas.
Touchdown in Vegas, downtown. We lost Friday night on Colorado State. That was a big play.
I went in on that too.
Yeah, fucking fading.
Misery from Santa Monica to Vegas.
Yeah, that was not fun. Fading UNLV in Vegas either.
Yeah,
the cardinal rule there, of course. Who else played Friday night?
Friday night was I lost.
Oh, we had an amazing late number backdoor. Was that Indiana,
Wisconsin? Was it? Yes,
that was insanity.
Wait, but that didn't hit. Did it hit for you?
It came in
because it closed later. I had the worst of that number.
Yeah, I had a bad number too, but then it went off at 12 and a half or 12 and a half. 12, I think Sean Green got it which was a push.
Hey, this is a nice little sweat.
But when they jacked up the three for no reason, everything about it was hilarious.
Yeah, very,
sweat. They're getting buried all night.
And then Saturday
was great. So because then you had to. I love. This is some of my favorite. The transition when people who are still into football, like, okay, what's going on with college basketball now? The football's going.
Yeah.
But this is a good transitional period where the playoffs are happening, so you get the morning appetizers to get their fix in.
Yeah.
Before the football kicks off later in the afternoon, like, okay, who the fuck's Kentucky playing? Are they good this year? Later on,
yeah.
I don't know, but Yeah, I Saturday wasn't the best for me college hoop wise.
Saturday was a beautiful day.
We went Big 12 home teams.
I was horrible early on. I started out like 1-5.
Yeah.
Losing that Cincinnati game.
I lost Cincinnati.
Losing TCU.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was on West Virginia. Morgantown was on fire as they knocked off.
Incredible.
Yeah. I was also
Couch
on
is
VMI,
burning.
the Keydets.
Yeah, it was not.
I thought that was one of my best calls all year. They've been losing by like 40 every fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing the Citadel rivalry game, Military Institute.
Not just a military rivalry, but a questionably military rivalry. Like, is this sanctioned?
Yeah, does this count?
Yeah, is this count? I mean, does the government know what's going on over here?
And then I just closed the night strong. Kelly LePepe doing me a solid in Malibu. You know, St. Mary's destroying San Francisco in that rivalry game.
Yep.
And I feel like almost all the plays. I was on Montana against Montana State.
The Brawl of the Wild.
Yes. Eastern Washington against Idaho State. Eastern Washington's a fucking they're on a play now. That's a system play too.
Eastern Washington.
Eastern Washington's just on fire.
Okay.
On fire right now. Obviously you had the Pitt Duke game. I wasn't on that one, but it was nice to see the fuck yous being thrown out there.
Amazing work by Pitt. Thank God. Duke is they had an up and down week, so to say. I would say
we had Villanova throw a half court shot up that covered for us.
Yes, that was a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it was just a good close to the Saturday. So you didn't do that great on Saturday. How about Sunday?
No, I hit Arizona State versus USC. Were they playing?
Yeah, USC. Right. I was on that one too.
That was a big second half out of them after they had a tough one. But yeah, I wish I was on that Blake Hinson and Pitt Panthers. I couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't do that either. What about Sunday? You touched anything Sunday? I had a horrible. It was my birthday. It was fucking terrible.
What happened on the birthday?
I went 2-8. That's what happened on my birthday. All right. Got super pissed off watching these games. End up watching fucking Forensic Files. It's the only thing that cool me down.
I lost Terps on Sunday.
Me too. I was on the Terps.
We thought we were going to be getting the look at headlines we were at. You know, I think that's part of the problem. That gets in my head. Like, oh, Maryland's a play. Maryland +5's a play.
Yeah. Right. We're getting 1.5.
1.5, and they lose by the hook. That was brutal.
I had Utah -5 against Oregon.
What a sweat. And the under. All of a sudden, it's just like they play great defense at home. Those Sunday games, you just got to be careful.
The fucking Long Island Sharks should have covered. They were like in that game until the final 4 minutes. Almost won the fucking game before that. So it was brutal. But we're gonna talk about.
I was on Illinois. I'm liking what I see out of Illinois.
Is that because Terrence Shannon Jr.'s back?
Hey. I like him as a person, not as a basketball player. But the offense,
I don't see the chaos about cheering. Right. Like if a judge ruled that he's okay to play,
legally allowed to root for him for sure. That's what I like to do with players.
I don't have an issue with it. That's all I'm saying. I don't have an issue with it, folks. Look, we're going to talk about today's, tomorrow's, maybe even a little look at Wednesday's action as well.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, I want to tell you that the College Basketball Experience Bombs Down Under episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL, college football, and college basketball. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. You can win 100 times the amount of money you enter with some spicy plays over there. So what are you doing? Get on over to Underdog Fantasy. I'm going to pull some up right now. Let's see if they got any out there for tomorrow. I'm not sure because we're kind of in that spot where the lines have just came out. I don't know if they have great college basketball props as it's checking my location, and that always seems to take a little bit. Let's go to.
Can I say something real quick?
What's that?
About that Texas Baylor team. Big Baylor game.
Yeah, I was on Baylor +2.5.
You 2.5. Right? That was another with those 3.5. It's scary, but that got there. It was a sweat.
What were you gonna say though?
About Texas themselves and their coach Rodney Terry.
Oh, he's terrible, right?
All he did was cry when they lost to UCF because they threw the horns down. I look at the horns down. They think this is the fucking.
And he said jumping up and down.
All right, like they won a championship. They act like they won a championship. That's not what we do. And what they do when they beat Baylor?
Yeah, jumped up and down.
Jumped up and down and fucking ripped the seats out. Call them UCF classes. Oh man, that's so funny.
All right, so look, we got some props here.
Okay,
Raekwon Battle. West Virginia coming off that huge Kansas win. They're down in Orlando. Higher or lower than 16.5 points? I'll say higher.
I like higher there.
Yeah,
sure. Yep.
Let's go to Houston's at BYU tomorrow at the Super Soaker.
Not Houston Christian who plays tonight.
Yes,
right?
not Houston Christian. How about man? I don't know. Jamal Shead. See, the problem is these guys rotate. But let's say Jamal Shead higher than 13 and higher or lower 13.5 points. What do you think?
I like higher than 13.
All right, we're going in on Battle and Shead, putting up 50 American for 150. These are the type of things you can get over at Underdog Fantasy, folks. So jump on over there and use the promo code TCESGPN when you jump on over there. And get this, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Once again, that's Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN. All right, I see the chat's rocking. What time will we be going live with the reaction show? Probably around 9:30 ish tonight, depending on how some of the games shake out. Maybe it's a close game, so sometimes we wait 5-10 minutes if it's 2-point game with 3 minutes left.
They're already clamoring for this reaction show.
They are these fine
Monday's
people out there.
good. Who do you like in that Houston Christian game, by the way?
I have already bet against Houston Christian. I'm on the Privateers.
Yes, the New Orleans Privateers.
And I got a lot of reasons.
I think I'm going to join you on that. Give me some reasons why. Because I was thinking about it.
Because Houston Christian's 4-12 and they just won a game.
All right.
And when I say 4-12, they won by 1 against Lamar. They've beaten Texas A&M Christie. Corpus Christi. They only have, count them, 2 wins against D1 opponents. So they're basically 2-12. Their other 2 wins were against D2 or D3 schools. I think New Orleans is another team coming off a tough loss. Northwestern State just came in there red fucking hot. So I love the situation there. And I actually believe New Orleans is the better team. There's no fucking home courted edge down there at the Joel Osteen fucking Sharp Gymnasium. Last year, New Orleans won by 21. I mean, I can keep building this up here. How about the fact that New Orleans is the better ranked defense, 226th in defensive rating. Houston Christian is 286th. New Orleans charts 50 spots better in offense. They're pretty much better in every statistical. The only thing I think you could build a case for is Houston Christian is a better offensive rebounding team. So they're both play at a fast pace too. So
and they turn the ball over a lot, Houston Christian.
Yeah. Let's load up on these Privateers.
They're ranked 359th in points scored on a per possession basis. I'm being told here. And there's 24% 3-point shooting, is second worst in the nation. Yeah.
So I think we load up on that. I mean, I already have some bets that I'm all over.
The Joel Osteen Arena.
Yeah. Get that shit. That doors will be locked.
Doors are locked. Yeah. If you're a Katrina victim, if you're a hurricane victim,
God forbid you need something in life. The doors are locked for that, but you want to come catch some shitty hoops. And it is available. It is available
for a nice donation. All right, I'm all on board. Let me find it. It's already up to 3. I'll take it.
Let's go. I'm on Kansas. I'm on Weber State. I'm on Jackson State bouncing back. I know Texas Southern seems to win that conference every year, but Jackson State just took a tough loss. I like Mo Williams and Jackson State this year.
I'm on those Tar Heels. I can't not play these Tar Heels.
What'd you get your number at?
7.
Okay.
It's 7.5 right now.
Yeah. I took Wake, but I don't feel good about it. I didn't bet that game.
I mean, they're a wagon, this Carolina
I just
team.
feel like they're due for a fucking close game. They are due for a close game,
but they're just bleeding. I mean, even the trap games, they're just burying them.
I love the Colgate Raiders getting it done. System play against Lehigh.
All
right. Lehigh's not very good. Colgate won by 28 points a season ago in Hamilton. I think they bounced. I mean, and that's the thing. Colgate, I think you look at the record, say 11-8. hang on. In Patriot League play, they're 4-1.
Ooh,
all right.
yes.
Somehow Lafayette snuck up and bit them. They only lost one Patriot League game a year ago. They're going to be running through this thing. There's opportunity and money to be made with them Colgate Raiders. I'm also on McNeese, even though that line smells.
Yeah, it does.
It smells a lot, but I'm still taking it. And there was one other play I did. Who did I take? Lamar. Took Lamar minus the points.
Lamar minus the points.
Yeah.
And I like that in favor of the AFC Championship game.
They're coming off of a loss. I think they bounce back and get it done. But this is today's games. We're what's your top play today?
College hoops tonight. Top play.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're going with that Carolina one. You're going Kansas.
I agree with you on Kansas. Kansas is definitely the play, but just for variety, I'll go North Carolina.
Yeah, I like that Weber State play a lot too.
All right, give me all those reasons. Those can. I'm sure you've told the listeners all this. They got to.
Yeah, we got
obviously coming off the loss of West Virginia.
Yes, I mean
they're the best.
Right
they're their best bounce back team, usually.
And Cincinnati hasn't played at the Fog since fucking. Who was it? Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
So they got to go in there. They're not used to this, and
Nick
also
Van Exel.
Yeah, Damon Flint, all those guys, and they're just gonna get their ass whooped. And then also you add in the fact KJ Adams' mother passed away. It's some tragic magic situation we got going, and Lawrence load up.
Love a mother dying too. That's always
for a gambling angle.
Yeah, for a gambling angle. Grandma. Yeah, not.
Yeah, I thought you were going completely ruthless here.
A grandma died now. That's
your all-time favorite.
Yeah,
right?
That's an absolute fucking smash play. If someone's grandma who raised them, forget about it. You hammer that play. They are touched by the Lord from 3.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But I think Kansas is going to drill them.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a double-digit win there at the Fog.
I love it. I'm on Kansas.
Well, let's talk about tomorrow's.
And action. I'm telling your Weber and Colgate.
Yeah, get in there on Weber. Get in there, Colgate. The fall. I mean, the slate tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Fog. What am I talking about? Pretty juicy, if I may say so myself. The first one that jumps out to me. You know how many games Dayton's won in a row?
I was just gonna say. They
won 12 straight fucking games.
Yeah, that's someone who's due.
They are laying 9.5 on the road against Fran Dunphy at the Gola.
And they're coming into the right. They're coming into
the Gola.
They're coming to the L Train Express.
Look,
the house that Lionel Simmons built. It's already down to 8.5.
The L Train.
That's how much.
I think you better get it right now. Do you sprinkle a little bit of that money line?
Of course. Give me LaSalle outright on this one. Yeah. I've been trying to fade Dayton for a while now.
I just feel like Dayton's due for a loss. If it ain't here, it's on Saturday at Richmond.
No, I like
one of these ones. They're going down. Right?
I like this right here in LaSalle. Earlier game too.
And Fran Dunphy's been coaching for fucking 300 years.
Love Fran Dunphy.
That's what I'm saying.
Love Fran Dunphy.
Spot.
Love Fran Dunphy coaching.
It's a good spot.
Coaching Philly basketball. Coaching offshoot Philly basketball.
What do you think of Duke off the loss? You think Louisville could be live there at the Shaq? I was foolish enough.
Now, right.
Where I took Louisville.
I can't believe Louisville is still running out this schedule. I can't believe these players are even on the court at this point.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy?
And they're trying hard. They're playing. I mean, they play with effort still, which is amazing.
Well, we saw today DePaul fired Tony Stubblefield. Right. You would think Kenny Payne would be next. They're gonna ride it out. I guess they just wanted to say they probably don't have that much money. I don't know. They're probably just like, fuck it. Play the rest of the year, and then we'll make our decision after the season. So you think Louisville's live?
Well, I'll say this: Duke needs to get right. They almost lost to Georgia Tech at home
when they just lost to Pitt,
and they did lose. And they did lose to Pitt, who's bad. I mean, they got problems.
They got legit problems, and I would say they're looking over there in Chapel Hill, and they're saying,
"Now we got a problem."
Yeah.
Now we
They got defensive problems. They don't have experience. But this, I mean, what are you going to tell me? Louisville's not fucking live.
just trying to fill you out. See if you wanted, long shot, double-digit dog.
I'm always for a long shot bomb dog. I like to drop the fucking big double-digit bombs. But I honestly can't believe Louisville is playing the string out. Like, they need to. I would walk off the court by these guys.
Clark in the chat says DePaul's coaching search is going to be fun to watch. DePaul used to you a proud program.
You don't have to tell me. I was a man who lived in Chicago for well over 15 years. It's a shame what they've done to that city.
What do they do here? How can they save the day?
It's just.
Can they go out to Tulane and get L. Ron Hunter to come up there? Can they go land? Is there any chance? I don't know. Billy Donovan would take that. No, right? I mean,
Mark Aguirre's not running through these DePaul. It's just
Blue
tough.
Demons.
Yeah, it's just tough because they got plucked by the big schools outside there. Even not even in Illinois, but just like Wisconsin's and Ohio State. They come get them, and
you know what they
because there's tons of Chicago City talent. Obviously,
they got to stop going for the assistant. I feel like Stubblefield came from Oregon, Altman assistant. Before that, they grabbed the guy from Virginia. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. But my point is, I'd rather go get a proven mid-major coach that's a head coach as opposed to getting the assistant.
That's the problem with DePaul. There's so many voices in their heads saying you got to have a Chicago City guy, a guy who knows the Chicago streets. He's got to be a DePaul guy. No, he doesn't. You need, like you said, a proven actual fucking coach.
Yes,
to come in there, and everything's like this AAU fucking recruit. Like, I mean, they do it like it's like a city an extension of Hoop Dreams, for Christ's sake.
You're gonna laugh at me, but there's a guy who's coaching in the same city named Gerald Gillian at Chicago State. And he has a record 3 years in at 25-56.
Yeah.
But I think he's a damn good fucking coach.
Okay.
When you consider how bad Chicago State was in 2018, 19, 20. So they were 7-25 in his first season. Last season, 11-20. Right now they're 7-11. This is not a sexy enough hire for them, but I think they should, because I think he can coach. Just saying. I mean, I wonder who else would be on their mind.
I don't even know. They'd be dumb enough to go get like.
Grab like a Bill Self assistant,
or like a Drew Valentine from Loyola Chicago. Like some bullshit like that. Like we saw them on TV. Like that's what they do. They try to appease all the fucking local, support of it.
Instead of going out there and just getting the best coach you could find. Watch, they're gonna hire like an NBA guy, former player or something.
They like
that's what they'll do.
Get Quentin Richardson in there or something.
They'll do something like that. Okay. Back to the slate though. That's gonna be fun to watch. This offseason we'll have you covered here on the College Basketball Experience. But
what does Quentin Richardson do? He's got a podcast?
I'm sure he's got a podcast. Everyone's got a podcast. What do you think about the Tamanaga in Nebraska? It's been a fun story. The Buckeyes are coming into Lincoln. Nebraska's laying 2.5. Am I crazy to think we should just load up on this Cornhusker team? They're a basketball school now. They're not a football school.
All right.
They're maybe a volleyball school. But what do you think about Tamanaga and the Huskies, or the Cornhuskers? I'm sorry. I need a coffee.
Lordy, what do you think of that? Ohio? What's your thoughts on Ohio State?
They suck.
Okay, that's what I feel.
Yeah, that's why I think we load up on Nebraska.
We were getting from it. Nebraska at home off that. Short number 2.5, is it?
Yeah. And I was wondering, Juicy Dogs, what do you think about Texas, Oklahoma, Red River shootout on the hardwood? Oklahoma's laying 4.5. Could your boy Rodney Terry go into Norman and knock off Porter Moser tomorrow?
Oklahoma, I like Oklahoma at home for sure. I mean, they're tough to fade. On the road, they don't shoot well. I don't like, what I mean? That's where you kind of get them. And Oklahoma needs this game. Texas coming off their big ups, not the big upset, but a big win versus Baylor. Fuck that coach. Fuck, horns down. Big obvious rival. Give me Oklahoma in this one.
Okay, so I got a Yorkshire for you. All right, a Yorkshire Terrier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take you to Atlanta.
Pitt
just won at Cameron Indoor. They're telling the whole crowd to go fuck themselves.
They are
right.
Double guns blazing, Tarantino style.
Yes. Now they're going down to hot Atlanta, take on Damon Stoudamire and the Yellow Jackets.
A flailing Jackets until they almost beat Duke.
Yes, and then they lost to UVA on Saturday. I was on UVA. I think the Yellow Jackets are live to beat Pitt. I say you ride the money line in Atlanta.
On the Jackets, I like that.
Trying to see what else. What do you think about West Virginia getting 8 in Orlando? Any chance you would?
Where are we at here? They're getting 8.
They're getting 8 points.
I mean, obviously the big letdown spot. After,
but they need wins, man. After they lost, remember this is a team that was completely different. I think you might have a.
Did they not just storm the court?
They did, and that's a normal thing you like to fade. But I'm just saying
they burned some couches.
But
that's West Virginia.
Not a blue blood here.
That's what they do. I
think we might have a decent size.
It's a bit high for UCF, but yeah, I can't go with the team after they storm the court.
How about Xavier catching 8 at Creighton in Omaha? I know you talked about how you love the Omaha Zoo.
I do love the Omaha Zoo, the College World Series ballpark, brand new facilities.
Omaha Steaks, you still get those things delivered, right?
I get them delivered. I send them back sometimes. I keep the dry ice. Very Warren Buffett style. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Coming in there.
8. No, Omaha. They hardly ever lose in Omaha. Though.
They never lose in Omaha. But middle of the week, I mean, there's nothing else to do there. The crowds get packed in there. I mean, they love it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do there, but I do love this. We got another yapper.
Okay.
This might be a little crazy for you because this is one that defies logic as far as when you have a team of like 9 whites.
9 whites. All right.
Take on the Houston Cougars. That's not normally a good scenario, but when I think about the miniature pincher out there in the at the Super Soaker.
Listen, this isn't crazy to me at all.
BYU.
I love BYU.
Money line play.
I like them as a team. Period. Like I said, they when they shoot, no one's going to stop them. Their Final Four.
I mean, Houston's a very good defensive. This is the best ranked game tomorrow. Like as far as top ranked.
Well, Houston's a great defensive team, and defense travels obviously. And
Houston charting at number 1 in defensive rating in the nation.
Yeah, they play fun. They play that kind of great ball.
Surprisingly, BYU is 7th in defensive rating.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think BYU can make a deep run. When they hit their shots, no one can stop. So this isn't shocking to me at all. I like BYU a lot here, actually.
All right.
But here's a nice little dog for you. How about that Fresno State?
I can't do it.
You can't do that.
I think they suck, man. I think Fresno, they lost all their players. They transferred out.
Yeah. I know. That's a part of the problem. Some of these dogs just absolutely suck. Like I want to take Oklahoma State, but they're terrible.
No, I actually love that one.
Do you?
I love that one. Because Oklahoma State, I feel like they play well within the Big 12. Play a lot better. They actually should have beat Kansas State the other day.
They're 0-5 in the Big 12.
I know. They should have beat K-State. They should have beat K-State the other day. They did not get it done.
Yeah.
I'm all over. That's another solid chow.
I'll get on cat.com and lock up with you on that one.
Get on over there.
I mean, cut.com. I'm sorry.
Cut K-U-T-T. Get on over to cut.com. Pick Dundee's available. Taking your wagers if you disagree with old Dundee. Let's go to the land down under.
And here's the thing. It's not that I expected them to beat Kansas at home, but usually that's a game where campus gets up for it and they get nuts. You see, there was no energy whatsoever. It was just a fucking going through the motions beat down.
Yeah.
So I think they're listless, but they do got to get off the mat eventually. So
days of Eddie Sutton.
Right. I mean, that would never happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. The Kansas game was the game they circled all year, at least as a jumping point.
Yeah.
So I think bad things are to come, but TCU off that loss. I know TCU could be dead to us.
I actually think the juiciest dog might eat like points from a points perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That I realistically think could win the game is probably West Virginia. Like I'm not saying I love West Virginia in that spot. Right. No, I can see LaSalle winning. LaSalle Dayton actually could be. I could see LaSalle clipping Dayton. That would probably be my first choice. Second, you think Mizzou's got a chance to win in College Station against the Buzzsaw?
Mizzou, I hate Mizzou.
They're young.
I just
They're
say, you know
fucking
what I
young,
mean?
man.
I just don't like playing them. They're so inconsistent. That Florida game disappointed me.
What about them Golden Eagles, Boston College? The Eagles coming into Blacksburg to take on Real Money Kramer's Hokies. 5.5 point dogs.
5.5 point dogs. They just had a difficult game versus Carolina as well.
You're not buying. You're not buying.
I can't buy into BC a bit much. How about I like to shoot big game hunt a little bit here.
What are we talking here? Talking you like Florida State at Syracuse?
I mean, I don't mind Florida State at Syracuse.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. I don't mind that either.
But we're talking big dogs. I'm talking about 12.5 points I'm looking at here.
Woo! Talking Air Force, aim high, miss small.
I'm talking Air Force.
No
with
fucking way.
UNLV coming back home off an altitude game out there. Fort Collins.
I took Air Force against New Mexico. I was like, you know what? They're gonna get up. I ate a big old bag. They pissed in my face.
They're face pissers.
I don't know. I think.
What about your Wyoming Cowboys?
No, that line is off.
16.5.
I'm seeing 17.5 over at DK.
What do they do? What do they think they're dealing with?
Yeah, these Cowboys can cover that.
Yes. All right.
Bet that. Right. I also like this one. Loyola Chicago has been playing a lot better with your Valentine boy you were just talking about. They are 4.5 point dogs in Richmond against VCU. Now, VCU does have a good home environment, but I think Loyola's playing at a level right now where I feel like that's anyone's game.
I like it. I like that Loyola team. Like you said, they're hot.
Let's go. Those are the best plays, I think, for the money line spot here. I'm going to talk to you about Wednesday in a second, but I want to tell you we're brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S. based and available in 40 different states. And look, P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends and other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes. Plus, I got a ton of fun social features that give it a feel of, like a betting social network, so to speak. Cut also handles the payment side of things. You don't got to worry about chasing old Jimbo down at the bowling alley.
Fucking Jimbo.
Just waiting for him to come out. Social features include group chats, betting leaderboards, head-to-head history, user profiles, fan groups, and much, much more. So head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL postseason with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. And last but not least, we're brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Have you seen these fire shirts with old CJ Sullivan here? Maybe you're a big fan of the man in the box, or maybe you're more into the bet detective shtick.
Just the bottom line bombs period itself. All of it's available.
Yeah.
Bet detective shtick. It's a lifestyle, pal.
Look, it is a brand new year. It is January. Let me tell you, if something's not working from the year prior, you got to try new things. Get out there, buy some new gear. All right, you put on a bet detective shirt, walk the streets. We how many people we poll? How many people do we poll? 34
at least.
Yeah. Then they said
just on the street. I mean, it was 35 is the limit, so we capped it at 34 to keep it even. We wanted to split that time.
And look, from our studies, 92% chance of getting asked. Goes up 92% chance when you put on a bet detective t-shirt. So get on over there, use that promo code playoffs, 15% off everything to the end of January, folks. Get on over there.
Amazing.
All right, let's look at Wednesday slate, buddy. Now these lines aren't official, they're in the wild. All right, so we're gambling a little bit here on these, but I'm curious your thoughts. And by the way, we didn't talk about tomorrow we do have Kentucky at South Carolina. Kentucky's like what, a 4-point favorite in Columbia, South Carolina. This is a real line. This is a Tuesday game.
An actual line for Tuesday.
Do you like a home dog? Where are we looking at? A potential Caitlin Clark situation there? Think they're gonna storm the fucking courts?
What did they just come off of South Carolina? They just played at Arkansas.
They won at Arkansas.
Right. They just won at Arkansas. They're coming back. They've been playing good ball. This will be a tough one. Like I said, this Kentucky's a young squad. tested on the road too much. They did win at Florida, right? But yeah, I can see it. I like this. I'm not leaping to go against Kentucky right now, but this is the kind of game. This is the kind of game they do lose, middle of the week one, so for sure.
Yeah. You're not convinced on a lot of these dogs throwing out there. All right,
I'm taking South Carolina.
You know what? You come back from Vegas.
I know.
You're depleted.
Listen,
you know what I mean.
I just came in. I just came in this morning. I'm beaten, abused.
You got no hope on these dogs.
There's nothing more depressing than the flight back from Vegas. There's nothing more uplifting and euphoric than the flight to Vegas on Friday.
Yeah,
everyone's happy. They're spilling white wine all over each other. They don't care. Or the flight back from Vegas. This morning, everyone's depressed.
Yeah.
They're like, can we take over this plane and drive it and fly it into New York, and recreate 9/11 or something? Because I want to fucking end this. What do they got? They got an Empire State Building?
Get rid of that fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, let's go right into this. Let's take this plane right down into it. No, I like South Carolina there. I'll go with it. But there's no money lines out for these yet, right? I want a money line.
No. There's no money line out there yet for that. But so on Wednesday, we have a pretty fire slate. You get the Iron Bowl on the hardwood. Projecting line is Alabama -2. I bet it's more like 3 or 4 personally. Any chance Bruce Pearl's going to smash his way in there?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to smash his way in there. Even though Nate Oates got reprimanded for shoving a player. What are your thoughts on that, Father? The reprimand.
I mean, look, I think Nate Oates is a character, man. I think, you know, I mean, I don't think everyone said he should be suspended. I don't know about suspended, but he definitely, what the fuck is he doing? Any other coach does that, you know, I feel like they gave him a little bit of a pass. Normally you'd be ejected for that, I feel like. But not the end of the world. Touch the kid. Okay. Move along. So it doesn't sound like you're sold on Bruce Pearl winning in Tuscaloosa.
I don't mind it. I mean, I'm not anything. I'm not, you know, when it comes to Alabama, especially when they play deep, they can lose anyone, they can beat anybody. Is my they're not the same Alabama.
All right,
I'll take Bruce Pearl.
I'll take you since you seem to just not be interested in these short dogs.
Why do you keep saying? I don't have any sound bites. I don't have any fucking songs I can play. I don't have any, like we are the Tigers or some shit. What do you want to do here? Come on. What's the next play? Give me a goddamn cowbell. Who's the dog? Get the sheep dogs.
Holy Cross.
Purple Crusaders up in Worcester.
Holy Cross is catching 12 at American. That's a live dog.
That is a live dog. I'm excited for the Crusaders.
A lot of whites on the court.
A lot of whites, a lot of Purple Crusaders. They take over as a people. Genocide. Coming down from Worcester. Bob Cousy, of course, went to Holy Cross.
You know what? I got the one. All right. I got the one. What did DePaul just do?
Fired our head coach.
They're going with the interim. They're hosting Shaka Smart and these Golden Eagles in Chicago. Projected line 17.5 fucking points.
There it is. Let's go.
That is the dog.
Let's go. Let's ride
Wednesday.
Let's ride the L train. Next stop, Fullerton. That's some excitement. Take the red line to Florida. We're going on campus. DePaul +17.
All
Let's get a little money line.
All over that.
Interim coach bump. We get that. Shaka gets caught up in the Chicago nightlife. Who knows what they're going to be doing out there? Probably going to Funky Buddha Lounge down there. And I think that place closed for a shooting. But you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of clubs down there. Shaka will love to get involved.
Is Chalky still open? I was watching Color of the Money the other day.
I'll tell you what, there is one pool hall that's open at Color of the Money, and it's only open because the Color of the Money was there. Yeah.
All right. I know we got to get out of here, but I just want to get out of here. San Jose State's getting 10 at home against New Mexico. Lobos going to San Jose, 9-10 point spread. I think Tim Miles and Sparty can play.
Yeah, I do too. We like the San Jose State team. I'm for that. They're getting 10, you said?
9.5, 10.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sparty at home. This is all for Wednesday, folks. I don't know. What's your top play tomorrow?
We were just saying we don't like to do too many of these look ahead lines because they get in your head and then they're nowhere close. So now we're betting 4-point differences.
Very true. Let me ask you this then. Okay. Go back to Tuesday slate. What's the one you like most? Is it LaSalle +9.5? Is it Duke -14 at the Shaq. Is it Texas covering 4.5? I think you said you like Oklahoma actually.
I do. Like
is it Pitt? Is it Georgia Tech +3 against Pitt?
Right. No.
Xavier catching 8 at Creighton. TCU laying 4.5 in Stillwater. BYU at the Super Soaker. That seems like the one you like the most, I think.
The one I was most excited for was BYU.
Wyoming +17.5.
I do like Wyoming +17.5. That's an insane line.
I'm with you.
But yeah, no, I like give me BYU to win outright at home versus Houston.
I like it, folks. That's our show. We'll be back Thursday talking. Man, the Saturday slate. This fucking Saturday is insane.
Lit.
So there's some real bombs. That's coming on Thursday, folks. Give CJ Sullivan a follow. The guy's freshly back from Las Vegas. All right, he's eyeballing a few Wyoming money line plays.
I got some big bombs coming up.
There you go. What else you got going on?
Subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs.
Yeah, what are you doing on that? What are you
CJ
talking
Sullivan.
about? You talking a little Australian Open?
I know you were getting excited for that. They're like, are people into tennis out there? What's going on? Are people into tennis right now?
Yeah.
Well, it's the Australian Open. It's a major, and I used to love the Australian Open in my college days because it was like one of those middle of the night cokehead sports. You didn't even know it was going on. It's 4 a.m. You're up like, what the fuck is this live? All right,
I'll bet this.
Yeah, I'll bet it. I'm up. I'm on coke. Let's do it.
Chad G in the chat says, I'm with CJ. Those Mormon Cougars are vicious.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. We'll be back. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. CJ's on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _ The Bottom Line Bomb. Subscribe to C Block back on Thursday. That is the C Block. In case you're wondering, Bottom Line Bombs followed by the college basketball experience.
It's a force.
It is a force, folks. Until next time, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
Mailbox 170 messages.
1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market.